just wow. We made it. The final stretch. We made it. The final stretch that has been 2020, and we're finally looking forward to the new year. What a roller coaster it's been. It's been a roller coaster of everything, just ups, downs, lefts, rights, just everything in between. It's been crazy, but we finally made it. The final video of 2020. I'd say I come up here. You guys know I do this all the time, every year. Started doing this since 2016 or 2017, whichever. I can't remember which one I did, but 2021 Face Balor. I'm not changing the name, guys. I'm not changing the name. If you guys are wondering, it's gonna be Heel Balor till the very end. But you know, it's been one of those years where it's like, to this day, I think I'm dreaming. Everything that happened this year, I still think I'm like in a dream. But it was all reality. It was all real. And everything we've been through, everything. It's been crazy. But we made it. Made it through this year. It was crazy as hell, but we made it. Um, Started off pretty good. It really started off pretty good. Just the Royal Rumble. Just chill with my friends. Um, Everything started out normal. And, you know, Kobe Bryant passed away. Because at that moment, I felt like, you know what? Maybe this wasn't going to be the year. Maybe this wasn't going to be one of the years where it's like, it's going to be good. Because once Kobe Bryant passed away, I was like, holy crap. Then Rocky Johnson passed away. It's crazy. But, then the Royal Rumble happened. Lead up to that, it was crazy. It was great. It was crazy. It started off so good. Exactly. March 2020 is where all fell off the mountain. It was good for 2 months. Two months. This year was good. For 2 months, it was normal. For 2 months, the world actually was normal. For 2 months, the world actually, was in rotation. And the world stopped in March. But back on what I was saying about the Royal Rumble. And then worlds collide. First of all, worlds collide, Undisputed Era and all that, and Imperium, Finn Balor, and Ilya Dragunov. And then everything we got on that night was great. Fantastic stuff. We had DIY and Mustache Mountain on that night. Fantastic match. Even before that, we had TakeOver, Blackpool 2. Great show. Obviously, Undisputed Era jumped Imperium and during the ending, which was amazing. I remember marking out on call. My crew. It was great. And, just great. And then Royal Rumble, like I said, Royal Rumble happened. And then I remember going to the Royal Rumble, all the rumors and all that stuff. I guess I don't really believe in rumors and all that stuff, but still, looking back on it, Royal Rumble was a fantastic show, in my opinion. Even before that, even before any of those things, Wrestle Kingdom this year, we had my boy Kota Ibushi against Okada. The night after was Okada against Tetsuya Naito for the world titles, unified them or whatever. Then Kenta jumped Naito at the end. We had Will Ospreay against, I think it was, who was it? Yumiro Takahashi. Great show and great match. Great show in general. AEW started to pick up a little bit more this year. Just so many things. Regardless of, even my personal life was pretty good then. Then, like I said, Royal Rumble, Edge returned. It was great. Edge returned. And Brand Reaction. You guys remember Brand Reaction too. It was great. It was awesome. Drew McIntyre won the Rumble, obviously. Roman Reigns and King Corbin went at it in a Falls Count match inside that big stadium, which was fantastic, and I love that match. It was great. Obviously, McIntyre won the Rumble. It was great. Night after the Rumble, Becky was jumped by Shayna Baszler, which was great. Bitten in the neck and all that. It was freaking great. Funny. It was awesome. Then the build up to, McIntyre chose Brock. All that. My personal life was still good. I got news about my grandpa. He was not doing very well. I was like, what, that's going on? And I remember he fell that day. And then, stuff just happened with that. And then, So after that, it was crazy. And then, February hit, Elimination Chamber and all that. The wrestling was good. That show was alright. I enjoyed it. And then, just everything went off the rails in March. It showed up in America, and then the world just stopped. It stopped. Once that thing came to America, the world stopped. And then I didn't really think that much of it. I was like, okay, it's just it's not going to do any harm. It's not going to do any harm. I didn't really know. We didn't know at the time. And then some guy some idiot said, "Don't worry, don't worry." I understood why he said that as well, but I'm not talking about that. And then started to just go downhill. Started to go downhill. Right then and there, everything just went to hell. And then just it was around the time I started talking to a few friends. Started to meet some new friends around that time. Started to feel more confident in myself around that time. And then just something changed. Something changed. And I felt like something was just going to change. I felt like something new was going to happen. I don't know why, but I felt like there was something in the air around March. And then April happened. April was pretty good for me. Obviously, and I'm not forgetting about Super Showdown in February, but I just don't want to talk about it because that show was horrible, period. I don't want to talk about it, and then there was the incident that happened that I don't want to talk about either. So, back to March. It was WrestleMania, remember? Mania happened in March. It was taped. All that. I know I said April, but March. I'll move to March first. WrestleMania happened. Becky Lynch beat Shayna. The ladder match, triple threat ladder match happened. Rob Gronkowski was the host. John Cena and The Fiend happened. Edge Orton happened. We just had so many great things. Drew McIntyre finally won the WWE title. Goldberg lost the Universal Championship to Braun Strowman. Originally supposed to be Roman Reigns. I remember on Lee up that was originally supposed to be in Raymond James Stadium, which we're apparently getting in 2021. But it was that happened. So WrestleMania was pretty good this year. I really enjoyed it. I'm not forgetting AEW. Full Gear was very good. I'm sorry. Revolution was good back in February. I really enjoyed that show. My boy John Moxley finally won the AEW World Championship. And all that. That tag team match with the Bucks and Hangman Page and Kenny Omega was fantastic. I don't really remember the rest of the show. I think Darby Allin faced off against Sammy Guevara on that show. So that was a really good show in my opinion. I really enjoyed it, and they killed it. Everyone killed it in that show. Like I said, April happened. I moved to my birthday, which I had to spend in the rain. I remember that day. I had to spend literally was in the rain, and that happened. So I'm sorry if I say that one. I'm still a little choked up about last night. Which once again, rest in peace, Brody Lee. Miss you, brother. So that happened. And then continuing on, I remember my buddy Christian's birthday was the next day. First of all, shout out to my boy Christian Miracle, my boys in the Losers Lounge, Connor, Ryan, and of course Calty. I love you guys so much. I'll get to them in just a few seconds. And then I got to spend time with my boys, and I got to spend time in my lounge. Obviously, just named them my lounge on that day. And they made me happy. They made me smile. Shout out to my friend Amanda, and Kashawn, and Steep, Antoine, Saw Monkey Mike, just Liz, TJ, just Leo. I know you guys are watching this video. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for missing my 2021. Just fantastic. I was going to do that at the end, but I just wanted to say it right here. And lots of Skype calls this year, which really helped me. We're all locked inside. We're all locked in our houses. Don't go outside. All that, It was tough at first. It was tough. Just staying inside, not doing anything. School was closed for months. But family was getting pretty good around that time. We move on to May, which is all right. I mean, I was getting a little nervous about the virus and all that. I was getting a little nervous. I didn't go into Walmart for months. Or excuse me, not months. For weeks. I didn't go into Walmart. Finally got the courage to go into Walmart, and then really nothing changed. Of course, we had to wear the mask and all that. Nothing really changed. And then it started to get a little more serious. The virus. It started. It started. Doing its thing. But I didn't worry. At the time, I didn't worry. I'm still not worrying now. And then we move on to June, which was all right. June was all right for me. So around that time, my friend told me she was going to college, and next year in 2021. And I'm just telling you, if you're watching this, I know you are. If you're not watching this, I love you to death, and I wish you the best in your future. And I'm happy to call you my friend. You're my sister. You're my best friend in the entire world. I miss you so much. And you've done a lot for me. So I've done a lot for you. And we will see each other in the new year. And I promise that. It was also around this time, the podcast started picking up a little bit. We wanted to collab a little bit with a few people, but that didn't work out, obviously. But the lounge kept going. Kept doing more and more podcasting, and it got to be more fun. And then we get around to I think July, which is all right. July was pretty good. I remember going to the beach. Going down to Panama City Beach, hang with friends. It was fun. Of course, with everything going on, it was a little different. But I managed. I surprisingly was not that scared. I mean, I remember leading up to it, I was a little scared going down to Florida and all that. Which shout out to my friends in Florida. I love you guys to death. Um, love my fans there. Shout out to all my friends around the world and fans around the world. I love you guys as well. Um, Florida was all right. Got to spend time with friends somewhat down there. It's pretty much it was all right. Stormed a little bit down there. Got to go shopping. All that. It was pretty much just the same. You said do all that. Wear the mask and all that. Um, and was yeah. So that happened. Um, it was fun. I enjoyed it. Got back. Life was pretty good. Then we just started going outings. I went to the zoo. Went to a cave and all that stuff. That happened back in August, actually. Trying to not speed this up. I want to go through everything piece by piece. I don't leave anything out that much. But usually somehow that's totally fine. Then it was around the time, just personal life started to pile on. Grandpa wasn't getting better. I finally was going to die. And I just want to skip to it. October, he passed away. Or November, my bad, November. Yeah, he passed away the night before the election. Or the day after the election, my bad. Yeah, it was rough. It was rough, but you know what? You guys got me through that. And it was rough. It was tough. I'm still not over it, to be honest with you guys, but I miss him. I know he's up there watching over me. He had a good life. And I love him. That's all I got to say. And then, people just started, falling off, man. We lost so many people this year. We lost Shad Gaspar. We lost Hannah Kimura. Most recently, we obviously lost Brody Lee. We lost so many people this year. Rocky Johnson, we lost him. Regis Philbin, we lost him. So many amazing people we lost this year. Regardless of whatever happened, we lost a few people, and those brave souls are now in a good place. And I pray for those people. And I wish those people all the best, and their families and all that, and their friends and their loved ones. We all went through tough times. I want to say to you guys that whoever lost a loved one this year, I know how you feel. It's tough. It's rough at first. But in the end, you can overcome it. And you will see them again. I promise you that. And then after that, like I said, in August, I went into a cave, which was pretty fun. I actually enjoyed that, surprisingly. It was pretty cool. Like, I remember getting pictures on it. I didn't really show video. I didn't show video, period. You guys didn't see it, but it was pretty good. I wasn't allowed to have video down there. It was so cool. I got to go inside the cave with my family. I got to spend so much time with my family this year. I went to a place called Tanny Hill Park, which is actually an ironworks place. It's actually like an historical museum, which is pretty cool. I mean, you got to go inside caves, got to ride a train and all that. It was pretty fun. Learned a lot of history. It was great. I really enjoyed that. And me as a YouTuber, it started to pick up more this year. It was fun. I loved entertaining you guys. Of course, it was a little bit different because with my other device I had, which is my phone, which I'm not using my phone, by the way. I'm actually recording this on my new iPod Touch. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm using an iPod Touch in 2021. Don't bother me, all right? All right, got a phone. Get an iPhone, Prince. Get an iPhone, Willie. No. All right, got me a phone. Probably going to switch off for an iPhone next year. Anyways, moving on. Finn Balor. Sub Finn Balor this year. Finn Balor, faced Gargano. He faced Keith Lee and Gargano. He faced off against Damian Priest. I remember when he was revealed, Damian Priest was revealed as Balor's attacker. And I was pretty upset. Adam Cole broke Balor's record as the longest reigning NXT champ, which I remember at first I was pretty upset about. But once it went on, I realized, wait a minute, it's Adam Cole. And I remember saying last year, I strictly remember myself saying last year, I wouldn't mind Cole breaking the record. I just think, leading up to this year, I was like, okay, even in Portland, when NXT took over Portland, I was like, okay, champ, I need you to win this match. Because I don't want Cole to break Balor's record, which, of course, Cole did. We'll get to what happened to Finn Balor in a little bit. Just everything was different. And my whole family moved back to our house back in February, actually. So, the past 3 years, my family was, soon to be 4 years, actually. 4 years, technically. My family was out there taking care of my grandparents and all that until recently. So, they're back out here again. It's great. That's why we're all out here again. So, you guys can see, like, everything's, it's great. Having fun, family life. It's been great. And then we started, just everything started to go a little bit weird. I felt like something was in the air. I felt like, things were getting even more weirder and sadder. And they did. Obviously, my grandpa passed away. Many friends of mine distanced themselves from me. and I distanced myself from them. I was not positive. I was not optimistic like I preach. I didn't practice what I preached, period. I was a douchebag to some people. Rightfully so to some people, I'm not gonna lie, but I didn't do practice what I preached, period. And I got slapped on the hand for it. But those people I say, I grew up into a better person, and I became a better man in the end. And moving forward, I'm still gonna stay that. I'm still the same Willie. I'm still the same heel Balor. I'm still the same person you guys know. Still the same fellow loser. Which, by the way, is my losers are watching. Connor, Kells, Ryan, and Christian. I love you guys so much. I will see you guys in the new year, and I promise we will come back stronger than ever. We are the losers. We are the losers, and this is our lounge, baby. We will come back stronger. The podcast kept getting good. Shout out to my boy Kashawn, Amanda, Solid Monkey Mike. So many people out there who joined us on the podcast this year. It was great. Shout out to my boy Tyler, who was on the podcast with us as well. We're planning on getting a new guest in the new year. I can't wait for that. It's gonna be very excited. We're returning. That's all I gotta say. We're returning very soon, and I can't wait to return. Love my lounge. I love my podcasting. Met so many new friends on Twitter. I just named them off already a few minutes ago. There's so many other people out there who I want to thank, but I have a long list. I'm at 8,000 followers anyway, so that's another thing that happened. 8,000 followers I hit this year. Shout out to my boy Sammy Guevara for interacting with me this year. Sammy actually helped me a little bit with the positivity this year. I remember talking to him in DMs, and he helped me a little bit with positivity when I was down. So shout out to him. Shout out to Sammy Guevara. Thank you, brother, for everything. You've done great in AEW. I'm so proud of your success and what you've done. Just thank you for everything, man. I appreciate it. And thank you. Just everything was just, Finn Balor, going back to Finn Balor, his road. And, in the debut of Karrion Kross, which is great. Him being signed to WWE this year was great. I remember that. CM Punk obviously was on WWE Backstage this year, leading into from last year, obviously. Him and Becky Lynch on the mic on WWE Backstage was great. Them going back and forth. Becky announcing her pregnancy back in May. It was great. I remember just being so happy, getting my reaction on that. Her finally, starting a family on that with Seth Rollins, Kobe Lopez. Shout out to these two, by the way. Shout out to Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. Congratulations once again are in store for them for their baby. Congratulations. And like I said, Finn Balor, his year, I never thought it would come. I never thought, it obviously came at hard circumstances. Finn Balor was leading into the North American Championship picture, and I remember being like, okay, he's probably not going to win it. I hope he wins, but he's not going to win it. Which led to Keith Lee, obviously, going to face Adam Cole at Great American Bash, which is a great show in my opinion. Of course, I'm sorry if I'm switching everything around. I'm trying to remember things. Jon Moxley, obviously, in his feud with MJF. The late Brody Lee. Just everything ever, man. Everything just clicked right there. Moxley was on top. My girl Hikaru Shida won the AEW Women's Championship, which was great. Darby Allin obviously recently won the TNT title, which has now been retired. Well, not been retired. It's been replaced. It's going to be replaced with a new title because last night on AEW they announced basically on the pre-show Tony Khan announced they're going to bring a new title because they want to retire the current one for Brody Lee in his memory. So once again, rest in peace, Brody Lee. We miss you, man. The wrestling world has not recovered. And I gotta be honest, guys, I broke down last night. I was on a call with friends, and we just broke down, and it's emotional. Just one of the emotional tributes I've ever had and witnessed in pro wrestling. This man touched everybody. And I want to say my condolences and prayers and all that stuff to the family of Mr. Brody Lee and the wrestlers out there, Luke Harper, obviously, Brody Lee, Luke Harper, John Herbert, whatever. Regardless of that, he was a good man, a good person, just overall good person, man. It's just, still can't believe he's gone. That's why I'm trying not to cry here. Like I said, Finn Balor, him doing his thing, the Prince worked out. I remember it was supposed to be him and Walter. I remember Balor being tapped by Imperium a few months ago. And just it didn't work out, obviously, with the whole thing going on in the world. And then, Balor, he finally got his lucky break when Karrion Kross sadly got hurt, which I was very upset. Very upset Karrion Kross got hurt. I was looking forward to him having a good run as champ. I've been a fan of Kross since 2016 when he was the Bunny and Lucha Underground. So I've been a pretty big fan of Kross for almost 5 years. It's gonna be it's crazy. Tomorrow's gonna be 5 years. Wow. Tomorrow's also gonna be 14 years I've been a wrestling fan. Wow. And just Everything went well across. The entrance, you guys remember my reaction. The entrance of Karrion Kross is great. Um, what other things happened this year? The Money in the Bank stuff. Money in the Bank being held in Titan Towers was great. Everything was fun. It was amazing. Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins that night. Um, just everything. The Boston Hug connection, winning all the titles this year, and then they came to blows. Just everything went so well, in my opinion, somewhat for wrestling this year. Evil from New Japan won the IWGP Heavyweight Championship and the IC title and joined Bullet Club, which didn't work out in my opinion. Will Ospreay turned heel. He's gonna face Kazuchika Okada at Wrestle Kingdom. It's gonna be 5 stars, hopefully. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm looking forward to Wrestle Kingdom, by the way, guys. I might do a review or a prediction video. Might. I don't know. We'll just see. Be a first time ever too. I got back to Impact Wrestling this year. Which was pretty good. The only reason I got back into Impact Wrestling this year was for one event, Slammiversary. You guys wanted me to watch it. You guys on Twitter wanted me to watch it. Yo, you gotta watch it. Well, you gotta watch it. Don't skip it. Don't miss it. The women's division is great, and I didn't miss it. And it was a really good show. I remember watching it. Eric Young won the world title that night. I remember that. I remember the Motor City Machine Guns, my boys, came back to. So what a good night. I remember marking out so how I love the Motor City Machine Guns. Ever since they're. So I got into Impact in 2009. So I was around that time. AJ Styles, he was world champ around the time. So just getting into that product back then, coming back this year was amazing. Matt Hardy obviously debuted in AEW, which was okay. I mean, it's been decent. Besides a few things, you guys know what I'm talking about. It was great. Matthew Hardy in AEW. The Inner Circle got stronger, I guess, than ever. Adding MJF. MJF was great on the mic this year, in my opinion. Him and his two with John Moxley and the, that stuff with, I'm not going to say the word, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Him and John Moxley. And the whole thing leading up to that was just incredible. Moxley went undefeated. Until recently with Kenny Omega taking the world title, which I predicted months ago. And to be honest, I still can't believe it. Like, Kenny Omega is the world champion. It's crazy. I'm happy for him. AEW grew my respect this year. The Stadium Stampede match was freaking hilarious. I loved it. Matt Hardy in the pool. Sammy Guevara being chased by a golf cart again. Hangman Page riding his horse, chasing Sammy Guevara. Hangman in the bar was funny. The Bucks jumping off the goalpost or whatever. Chris Jericho just doing his finisher to a freaking mascot was hilarious. And then the big one-winged angel off that humongous freaking platform thing. That was incredible, and everyone ended the night. That was a very fun show. I really enjoyed it. The retirement of the Undertaker this year. I'm done going through I'm done. Taker retiring at Survivor Series this year was very emotional. Obviously, it's very different. I still think to this day NXT was supposed to be a part of Survivor Series this year, but with what's going on in the world, they weren't allowed to be a part of it. So it is what it is. Thunderdome became a thing this year, which I was like, it's okay, but I love it now. It's amazing, despite a few things that happened. Retribution debuted this year, which I remember the lead up was just incredible, and then it's just been, I have no idea what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing with the booking and all that. It's ridiculous. I just don't like it. What else? Asuka winning the championship twice this year. First with Becky Lynch, and then she took it off Sasha because Sasha won it at Extreme Rules. I'm sorry, I think it was not. I can't remember. All that, and then it led to her taking it back at SummerSlam. Roman Reigns returned to SummerSlam, turned heel, joined Paul Heyman, won the Universal Championship. Great things. Braun Strowman actually became entertaining this year. Drew McIntyre has been the greatest WWE champion, 2-time WWE champ. First WrestleMania, and then a few weeks after, the week before Survivor Series, he became WWE champion. He's been great. He's been a great champion. I really enjoyed Drew McIntyre as the WWE champion. There are some people who don't like him. That's totally fine. I respect that. Just what else happened this year? Holy crap! Just got to reconnect with a good friend of mine back in May. The night before, day before Becky Lynch. Announced her pregnancy was great. I got to go into a drive-in church and all that. I got to see one of my good friends many years. And shout out to him. Love you, my brother. I know you're not watching this video, but if you are, I love you so much, man. We'll see you in 2021. And just so many things that happened this year was just crazy. I feel like there were many things that just happened that I didn't expect to happen, but they happened. I think it was just God's way of just delivering His love to the people and just delivering a message to the world. Just everything that happened this year was just crazy. It was just I don't know if it was just ups and downs, lefts and rights. It was crazy, but we made it through it. That's the best thing about it. Um, just like I said, the Skype calls were fun. The podcasting was great. The people I met this year were fantastic. And I'm just grateful. I'm happy. I'm thankful. Obviously, there are a few sad things that happened this year. Um, I gotta start focusing on being a very more positive person. Like I said, I'm back to doing the usual shtick with my live reactions and all that. Those are back. Those were very difficult to do back in the day, obviously, this year. Because I had a different device and I was pretty new to it. So I didn't know about, Android and all that and Samsung or whatever you want to call it. Just I wasn't used to it. So I had to get used to it. And now I got my own phone, so my own Android over there, so it's been great. It's gonna be back, having the intro back after months. I know you guys missed the intro and all that. You guys missed it, and I missed doing it, the outro and all that. I'm probably changing that up. I don't know. I think about changing it up, maybe. But and this year, it's funny because people actually found out I had a YouTube channel this year. Some people found out like, wait, you have a YouTube channel, Willie? I'm like, yeah. I've had a YouTube channel for about 5 years. Oh, it's gonna be 6 years actually. Holy crap. Actually, 7. My bad. 7 years actually since I had a YouTube channel. And like I said, it's great. I got suspended on Twitter this year. I did not expect that. Period. 2020 is freaking screwed up when heel Balor gets suspended from Twitter. I remember that. I'm waking up one day. Actually, I wasn't even waking up. Oh yeah, I woke up from a nap. I remember, and like one of my friends DMs me like, "Yo, your account's suspended." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And I go, and it's like, "Your account's been suspended." I'm like, "What that did I do?" And I think it was a mistake because literally a few days later, I'm back on Twitter. So I think it was just a mistake. Because funny thing is, like, it was a few days after the passing of Chadwick Boseman, which once again, rest in peace to him as well. That was a tough one because that one, along with Shad Gaspar, that was tough. Um, just everything that happened this year was tough, but we made it. That's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. We made it. The positivity, the optimism, the coolness, the sweetness, too sweet. Um, it all worked out. Back on Finn Balor, obviously him winning the NXT Championship, leading to him and Kyle O'Reilly at Takeover 31. Just I remember when that was announced, man, I freaking just lost. I was so happy. Didn't cry. I was just like screaming all over the place. And Balor won the NXT title. I mean, I knew it. Like I remember telling you guys in the video, you can go back and watch it. I told you to be patient. Told you all to be patient. He wasn't buried, which by the way is the most overused word in pro wrestling. Um, he's not buried. And I told you guys, you had to be patient. The patience paid off. Obviously, Balor broke his jaw. Gonna be defending his title next week against Kyle O'Reilly again. Rematch. New Year's Evil. Live reactions will be happening, by the way. Just it's fantastic stuff from Kyle O'Reilly and Finn Balor in that match. Pat McAfee and Adam Cole, that feud was funny as heck this year. Pat McAfee calling Cole small, which I found hilarious, even though it wasn't really true. I mean, Cole is like 5'10". I mean, that's not really that small. I mean, compared to a Brock Lesnar or a Roman Reigns, yeah, it's small, but like, it's not really that small in my opinion. What else happened this year? Io Shirai winning the Women's Championship after Charlotte Flair just had to disgustingly beat Rhea Ripley, which I'm still not over, but it is what it is. Rhea's finally back on her game. Charlotte actually returning made me happy. I'm not gonna lie. I miss Charlotte. Her coming back was great. So many freaking things. So many debuts happened. Like I said, the Hurt Business has been great this year. Them win the tag team titles at TLC was great. I'm marking out to that, man. It was great. TLC was great in general. All the pay-per-views in my opinion were pretty good. Just I have no idea, man. I really enjoyed this year. The wrestling was good this year. And actually, I want to give you guys my top matches. All right. I want to give you guys my matches for 2020. And for me, just going down the list. So bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. I'll try and find this. It's going to be a while. And next year, my hometown's actually getting a new stadium called Proactive Stadium, which I'm pretty excited about. It's been crazy, but I'm really happy for what we did this year concerning just professional wrestling and just my happiness this year. Professional wrestling has gotten me through this year. I'm not even joking. My friends, wrestling has gotten me through this year, and I'm very happy and very blessed to be a part of a okay community. I'm not gonna lie, the community is shit. Sometimes I'm not even gonna name names, but there's been some stuff that's been happening in the community, but I'm not gonna go over that. You can just put two and two together. But it's been crazy, but I really am happy and blessed to be part of the community, and I can at least bring some of my positivity and optimism to the community. It needs like a shot in the arm, in my opinion. So it's just been crazy. But I am blessed and happy to be a part of the wrestling community. So I'm just happy. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna discuss some stuff else in a few minutes. I want to go over my favorite stuff and just talk about what's been going on, like my favorite matches and not matches, just my favorite pay per views of the year. They're not gonna go in any order, but yeah, why not? I'll just name them. Let me start it off with, where are the freaking pay per views? Holy spit! Where's WWE? Where is WWE? All right, let's go with WWE first. So favorite pay per views of WWE. I'm gonna go with Royal Rumble was good. I really enjoyed it. Royal Rumble. Um, Worlds Collide was good. I enjoyed it. Chamber was decent. Um, just I'll just go with my favorite pay per views of the year. Why not? Favorite pay per views of the year. Wrestle Kingdom 14. I did not watch New Year's Dash, so I'm not gonna comment about that. Royal Rumble. I enjoyed that. WrestleMania. Revolution. Yes, I enjoyed Revolution. Bite me. Um, what else did I enjoy? Takeover Portland was good. Um, what else? I'm trying to look, guys. I'm just scrolling down. If I can remember some of the matches. I said, Mania was good, in my opinion. I think Mania just gets too much hate, in my opinion, because it was just in closed doors, which is understandable why people didn't like it, but it is what it is. In Your House was good. Takeover In Your House was very good, in my opinion. Backlash was okay. The greatest wrestling match ever. It was all right. I enjoyed it. I'm not going in any order. It's not going to be like a list or anything. I'm just naming them off. Just some of the stuff that I loved. Great American Bash was all right. NXT, obviously, with Keith Lee winning the world. Keith Lee beating Adam Cole and becoming the champion, which is great. I remember marking out to that. Fyter Fest was just... just... no. I think this was the show that I was so pissed off at. Fyter Fest pissed me off. Fight for the Fallen was okay. I enjoyed it. Extreme Rules was decent. I think people hate on Extreme Rules too much. The Swan Fight was good in my opinion. The whole storyline with Bray Wyatt and Alexa Bliss has been fantastic. I've really enjoyed that. Takeover 30 was great. Obviously my boys. Just going at it. Takeover 30 with Keith Lee and Karrion Kross for the title. That was great. SummerSlam was alright. I enjoyed it. That was a really good show. Not now. That was great. What else happened? There's just so many things that happened. Payback was alright. I really enjoyed Payback, surprisingly. That was a really good show. And of course, Super Tuesday, Fatal 4-Way for the title. Balor, Cole, Gargano, and Ciampa, which is great. Which went obviously to overtime with Balor and Cole becoming the last two. Then fighting for the title next week, which is great. All Out was alright. The only thing I liked about All Out, that was a really good show, surprisingly. It was very redeemer from the last show that we had. And just, I'm going to name a few more. Let me think what else. Clash of Champions was really good, in my opinion. Slammiversary, I'll name off Slammiversary. Shout out to Impact Wrestling, by the way. Sorry, guys, this isn't a list, right? I'm just looking on Wikipedia, so I'm sorry. The 1 year anniversary of AEW was good. The season premiere, the second season premiere of SmackDown was good. It was alright. Bound for Glory, I remember Bound for Glory. It was alright. Pretty good show. Hell in a Cell was really good. I really enjoyed that show too. Halloween Havoc, I liked that show as well. What else did I like? Full Gear was really good. Main event, John Moxley and Eddie Kingston, I Quit match. What else did I like? Survivor Series was good, despite what happened. The Survivor Series was really good in my opinion. Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre, that was really my match of the night. The women's match was really good in my opinion as well. Just a few more good things happened. Taker's final farewell and all that was great as well. Just so many things I enjoyed. And just, I can name all of them up. I'm not going to do that. We'd be here all day. But it's been a weird year. But we made it. That's the most important thing, guys, that we made it. I might make my top wrestling matches of the year. Yeah, I named my top shows of the year. I don't name top matches of the year. So I might do a video about that in a few minutes. But anyways, guys, I really love you guys. Thank you all for a great 2020. To those who I shouted out, Do everybody a shout out on this video. I hope you guys still stick with me in 2021, regardless of what happens. I do think, hopefully I'm not jinxing anything, but yeah, who knows what could happen? We don't know. That's 2020 taught us that anything could happen at this point. So I'm ready for anything. I'm hoping that I'm wrong. I'm praying that these things just go back to just reality and get back to reality. Forget the politics. Forget about the bullshit. Forget about everything. Forget about all that. Just move forward as one, as people, grow and respect one another. And that's all I got to say, guys. And I want to say once again, thank you guys once again for a great 2020. It's been a weird year, but we made it. Thank you for all the memories and all that stuff. Thank you for all the laughs, the cries, the funs, the ups, the downs, the lefts, the rights, and all the people I shouted out, and many more. If I didn't shout you out, that's totally fine. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. I want to thank you guys so much for a great year, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you guys for another great 2020. Thank you guys for a great year. It's been, hopefully we don't get another 2020. I hope not. But I will see you all in 2021. Jeez, sweet.